We are live, boys and girls. Welcome to the Dropshot Call of Duty Podcast, episode number 520. My name's Casey, also known as Razinon. Today, I'm joined by Tanner, back from the wedding that curiously took place in Zion National Park, which is an odd wedding venue. How was that?
Fantastic.
Cool,
I'm a
man.
big wedding guy. You a wedding guy? Yeah, you are.
I am a big wedding guy, yeah. I'm a big wedding guy. Weddings are fun. Weddings are fun, and it's that simple, yeah. And I can't believe people don't like them.
If you don't like weddings, you're either one, boring, or you've only been to like family weddings where it's like a cousin and like your entire extended family's there, so it's like weird. If you go to like a wedding with your friends, or it's for your friends, or it's like your significant other or spouse, those are bangers. They're real bangers. So that's my opinion on it, man. I used to be a wedding hater too, but up until like 5 years ago.
Well, oh, that's weird then, yeah. Yeah, if no one likes you,
no longer than that,
suck.
actually.
Yeah, that's
true, yeah.
That's the thing. Because, yeah, like, weddings are fun, because even for extended family and stuff, I guess it depends on your extended family, but like I have a lot that I like. So even if it's like a wedding of like a family member,
I don't.
Yeah. That's and that's out of your control, so that's fine. Those are pretty fun. See my cousin, like some of my cousins that I like, some aunts and uncles I like. And then if it's your friends, yeah, that's the best, obviously. But like if you go and no one likes you, then like, I mean, yeah, it's going to suck a lot, because then it's just going to be awkward. You have to be polite and tiptoe around, and you don't want to talk to anyone. Yeah, that would suck, obviously. But like going somewhere where there's an open bar where you get to hang out with people you like. Yeah. And they'll sit at your table. It's great. It's fantastic. Free food, free drinks.
This one too was smaller, so it was like 40 people. Which is a great size.
Oh, that is pretty small.
Yeah. Great size, cute little venue. Yeah, it was dope. Raged after, went to some a few different bars in downtown San Clemente.
Oh, okay.
Bar hop between those. It was dope.
That's cool, man.
Hung out with a couple Canadians from Ottawa. Shout out to them. And I know both of your names.
Yeah. You were told, you just don't remember. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway.
Not really. It's kind of just one of those things where you just start hanging out with them and nobody knows each other's names. Yeah.
Okay.
It happens, though. Most people wouldn't know, because most people who listen to the podcast, like you said, they don't have friends. They don't speak. And they don't like weddings because they don't have friends and everybody hates them. So
right, yeah.
But yeah.
That is, yeah. And I think that is at the core of it, and we figured it out. So if you don't like weddings, sorry, no one likes you. That's why you don't like them. And welcome to the show. So today we have an episode for you. Obviously this is our only ep for this week. Live, as you guys know. Because Tanner was, at that wedding or whatever. So there also wasn't that much going on this week. Anyway, and what we were originally going to do for today, or what we were considering doing, was maybe or maybe not doing a ranked Warzone episode. We said as much, I think, on our behind the scenes recently. And a couple of you said like, oh no, I'd like a ranked Warzone episode. Everyone that said that has not played ranked Warzone since then, by the way. Since sending that message, not one of you has played ranked Warzone since then. So that's interesting. I don't know, probably. I don't know if Lou has or anything, but Cope, Lag, they haven't.
Haven't like all of them played ranked?
No, because Jake got shadow banned, so everyone stopped playing.
Falls apart because
it all fell apart
without him. Yeah,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, like some of you said, you might want a ranked Warzone episode. Here's the deal. Okay. It's definitely not happening right now. I haven't played at all, and for multiple reasons, one of which we're going to get into, which is that cheaters are pretty bad, it turns out. Shocker. I am a little surprised, to be honest, but we'll get into it. And then another reason, and then for that reason, we're not going to talk about ranked Warzone today. We could eventually, I don't know, we'll see. But again, I don't feel like very many of you care about ranked specifically. And even if we are going to do it, which I think we might, it's not going to be right now because neither of us have played it at all. So, or since, in the last week. So keep that in mind. Now, with that said, what we will do is basically go over changes, upcoming news, and some other kind of random things we probably normally wouldn't cover on a Thursday ep. We're just going to kind of mash it all in here. So, with that said, let's dive right in. So we got one patch. What is that button I just pressed?
What'd you hit, man? You hit a button?
Yeah. I don't know what happened. So it's whatever. Okay, we got one patch, and it was on the 13th, so 4 days ago. Small little miniature patch. The High Art event now ends on the 22nd. So you get a little more time to do that. We've resolved an issue that caused incorrect ADS speeds while prone and crouching. So that's interesting. I don't know what that was, but it may or may not be fixed now. So whatever. And then ranked play public events, as previously mentioned, restock is replacing fire sale in Circle 3. So I believe they had said they've done this and then just didn't do it.
Classic.
And now it may or may not be fire sale, or excuse me, restock in Circle 3. We talked about this. This is one of those things that after more consideration, I was like, yes, that's better than fire sale. Fire sales are just a little too strong, especially when you know exactly when they are going to occur every single game. You can just tailor your whole strategy around that. And that's what like good teams should do and would do. And it was really fucking strong. Free self-res for everyone. Advanced UAV for 9K. It's gross. Like, it's really good. So that being gone, I think, is a good thing. If it's gone yet. I don't know. Because I don't know if this is the patch where they actually fixed it. I haven't checked yet. But recently they said they were going to do this and then they didn't. So this may or may not be in the game. I don't know. But it will be a welcome change once it's in. And then a couple of bug fixes. Sometimes teammates would, fix an issue that would sometimes cause revive time to be longer than intended on down teammates. That's good.
Yes.
Sounds like the custom lobby bug, actually. And it's probably still a bug in custom lobbies. Yeah.
It definitely still is. In fact, it's twice as slow now. Yeah. Fix an issue allowing players to use emotes in ranked play. They're not allowed because you can third-party peek people. Fix an issue prevented players from selecting how prestige works, and fix an issue causing operator voiceover to play without a cooldown. So nothing crazy. Oh,
there.
The operator voice to play without a cooldown. What operator was that for? I think it was for the weed smoker guy. And I know his name, Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Because he was yapping like crazy. Because I said that the first day of the F day. I was like, dude, does it seem like he talks more than everybody else? And it was like every single thing you do, he would yap. It was very
awful.
annoying.
Yeah, that sounds bad. Especially Seth Rogen. That makes it much worse.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just want to say this again, because I don't know where I said it, but Seth Rogen was, I think, 22 years old in the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin. You should go look if that's true, and then also look at his character in that movie and tell me you would guess he's 22 years old. Because he looks 70. like
he
really
was the
bad.
40-year-old virgin, huh? Why am I just forgetting his character?
He worked at the fucking store.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
He was how old in this movie?
I saw
22?
that he was 22 in that movie, and he does not look 22 at all, does he? Let's do a little look up. Seth
he's a
Rogen
fat drug
age.
addict, so that makes sense that he looks fucking disgusting.
In 40-year-old virgin. He was 22 at the time of shooting 40-year-old virgin.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys tell me, does this look like a 22? Kinda, actually, in that screenshot, honestly. But, like, this guy doesn't look 22 at all to me. Like, at all. I don't know. Whatever I saw, they picked, like, a very...
Because YouTube is terrible.
Unflattering picture, but still. Anyway, whatever. So, yeah, hearing his voice would be fucking miserable. Obviously. And then a couple other things that happened on Friday the 9th. So we didn't actually cover this, but it's been more than a week now. They fixed the server disconnect supposedly, and they re-enabled ranked play.
Yay.
Oh, this is where they said it. With ranked play now restored, we will be replacing the fire sale public event with a restock public event in an upcoming update, as previously outlined in the patch notes. I would be shocked if this is not a sneaky after the fact edit. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah.
Where they just like change what they said.
And they've done that. Yeah.
Multiple times. We've caught them multiple times. Yeah.
We've had proof of it. Yeah. Because people didn't believe us that last time it happened. They're like, it never said that. And then we somehow found proof of it. We're like, yeah,
we went to our last episode.
Yeah.
Where we were streaming it and we saw, they just, with no strike through. Yeah. Just
cocksuckers.
Miserable stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
A couple days ago too, they disabled the third person infill only setting because you were able to turn that on. You could do some sort of glitch where in game you would start playing third person. So that's cool.
Wow.
So people were taking advantage of this. Everybody in the lobby, 149 players are playing first person Warzone. That guy was playing third person Warzone. So
that's nuts.
They disabled that to fix it.
That's a goated glitch, by the way.
Yeah.
Because, third person is just better than first person. Obviously, you can see a lot more.
Yeah.
And you can look around corners. So you can see even if your hitbox isn't exposed. It's really good. So that's funny. Anyway. Other than that, we have a couple other things here that I would like to pull up. So, let's see. I'm going to open all of these.
The guns are coming back. Oh my gosh.
Those are guns. Okay.
Fuck yeah, man.
So a couple things. First of all, from Charles Intelligence, the FFAR and LC10 will be back in season 4. Okay. So FFAR back in the day was fucking nuts. It was the best long range and short range weapon for a while, actually. Will they make that mistake again? Don't know.
No.
Don't know. I would guess if they were smart, what they should do is make it a really good sniper support weapon, but not very good long range. It's also like kind of what it was intended to be originally. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
But be careful not to make another AK. And then the LC10, I remember that gun well, but I don't know what real life gun it was supposed to look like or whatever. But what I remember about it was it had a shit time to kill, not a great fire rate, not a great mag size, but very easy to shoot.
It was boring. It was one of those very boring guns. Neither of us liked it at all, ever.
I liked it.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't. I promise you didn't like it. I'm kind of surprised looking through the comments on this tweet because some people are like, yay, the LC10's coming back. I love this gun. And I'm like,
no one loved it. Was never good enough to love. Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of comments like, yes, the LC10's back.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But everything's meta, guys. Everything's going to be meta. Yeah. Who tweeted that? Or said that?
I don't remember.
Terrible thing to say.
Possibly Ghost of Hope, but I feel like he tweeted it from what somebody else said, so I don't know. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. We'll
FFAR is gonna feel awful in this game because of the irons and the visual shake and all that.
I think it'll probably be pretty good though. But yeah, I don't know. LC10, I'd be surprised if that's good, because it's certainly not going to have a faster time to kill than the SMGs we have now. If it does, then it's like a totally different gun than what it used to be, because it had a really bad time to kill. That's like that and the stupid poison frog camo I ran on it are the two things I remember the most about it. So that would be surprising, but anything's possible. And I'm not being pessimistic about them bringing old guns back and them not feeling the same. I think they'll feel probably pretty similar. The question is just, will they be good? So, and also the HDR feels fucking nothing like the old HDR did. Certainly not the pre-nerf HDR, obviously. So yeah. I hope that helps, Biggie. Fuck, do I hope that helps.
I didn't know this many people like the LC10, man. This is like actually blowing my mind. LC10 better be as good as it was in Cold War, one of the best SMGs of all time. LC10 might make me come back to the game.
I thought you were
LC10 was a monster in Cold War, so I like this. Wow, yeah.
I
thought everybody hated it. I know I certainly did. But yeah, I guess some people liked it. That's interesting. Well,
as we've talked about and learned recently, we know nothing about the average player.
We know nothing about anything. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe truly, it was super popular and in lobbies I wish I were in, but we're not in. So next is another tweet from Charles Intelligence.
What does he say?
Verdansk launched in Warzone in early April and was probably one of the most stable versions of Warzone in a year.
Well,
absolutely
months,
true.
Yeah. 7 months, but yeah.
It took a while, but it was, when season 3 launched, extremely stable. Very good update. We're on record saying that. Nothing has ever surprised me more, and I'm not joking, in the entire time we've done this podcast than season 3. Not even fucking close. Nothing came even fucking close at all to being as surprising as season 3. Launching and working largely was, to be clear. So far we're on board. He goes on to say, just a month later, after season 3 reloaded, hackers are in every single ranked lobby, even in casual. Server issues and more bugs, oof. And can't disagree with any of that either. So this tweet is 100% accurate. Yeah. So attached is a video titled Warzone Current State. It's 8 seconds long. I actually haven't watched this, but I'm going to press play in 3, 2, 1.
I don't think it's really anything.
You
got fucking baited.
I got baited.
Baited.
I got baited.
It's just like part of the Warzone.
I thought it was going to be like a clip of like a cheater killing someone or something.
You were all excited.
I was excited, yeah.
You were so excited. It's an 8-second trailer that says Warzone returns April 3rd. Oh, that's funny, man. Fuck, that's funny. Yeah, why does it say Warzone current state, though? That's confusing me a lot.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why would you attach this video at all? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because Charles knows how to use Twitter, and you probably
it's algorithm manipulation. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it works on me, so that's cool. So yeah, very cool.
It works on idiots. Yeah,
it worked the fuck out of me. Pause. Anyway, yeah, this is all correct though. And it is sad to see, because this was kind of the test, right? It was like, number one, is season 3 going to launch and function? I didn't think it would, but it did. So that seemed to me like the biggest hurdle. Like, okay, you guys did the hard part, because the game was entirely broken right before season 3 came out, and they fixed most of it, including visibility and audio. So they did the hard part. So then it was just like, okay, guys, you have a largely functioning game. Please just don't fuck it up. That's all. Just don't fuck it up. You guys don't have to claw your way back to a functioning game like you did when you went from season 2 to 3, which had to have been a monumental task, but they did it. Now you have a much easier thing to do, right? Just shepherd this game and don't fuck it. Don't fucking break it. Just, that's all. That's all you gotta do. And Activision. And then we all remembered, oh, right, this is Call of Duty Warzone by Activision Ltd, now owned by Microsoft, which doesn't matter. I've got it. Of course it's going to break again. And it has. Yeah. At the worst possible time, by the way, because they earned a lot of good faith, I would imagine, from a lot of people, myself included, but not enough. Not enough for you to fuck the game within the same season. Honestly, like, oh, I remember now. I remember every other update but season 3 now. This reminded me because it feels fucking familiar. And that's kind of what happened. Was season 3 Reloaded like the worst, buggiest update we've ever gotten? Motherfuck no. Absolutely not. But not good. Not a good update. Server disconnects. Lobby crashes. Oh my god, fake patch notes again.
Yeah. They're on their bullshit.
Not much new content. I mean, they opened up the train station. Okay, I saw that 4 years ago. Cool. They added repels. Okay, saw that a month ago.
But again,
season 2. Cool.
It doesn't matter. All the casuals want is Verdansk, and they'll play this forever. Yeah. They can do nothing for 3 years, and the casual shit player base will still like the game. So,
and we know nothing. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So the game's perfect.
Just like a lackluster shit update. And on top of that, hackers are everywhere now. So
yeah, what's up with that? And I think we had said that in season 3. I think that's basically what we said. We're like, it's always good at the start of an update. Let's come back to this in a few weeks and see what happened. And that's what happened. The hackers came back after a few weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was honestly probably about the longest length of time the game lasted without being just completely overrun with cheaters. So shout out to them for making it a couple weeks, but yeah.
I got baited. Yeah, I got baited hard because we had like the end. I did, yeah, because the end of season 2, there really weren't that many cheaters at all. And that's usually when they're at their worst, is like right before the big update and they do the ban wave. So, and then season 3 launched and there still weren't that many cheaters. So I was like, we've never seen this before. Because usually it's like update day, not that many cheaters. It gets really bad toward the end of the season. Update day, not that many cheaters, and it continues. But like that timetable we'd never seen. So I was like, oh, maybe they actually turned a leaf. And they were, stroking themselves off as usual about, filing lawsuits to like cheat providers or whatever. So I was like, maybe they finally have done something meaningful.
Yeah.
I was baited. And that is not at all true. And now my hypothesis is they never did anything good. Like there never was a good anti-cheat. But there were so few people playing at the end of season 2 that cheaters were hacking in Fortnite and listening to Darth Vader tell slurs about Hispanics or something. Mm-hmm. By the way, that's classic. Like a news story I just learned about. You guys should go look it up. Darth Vader, Fortnite slurs. Go Google that and you'll see some insane clips. Yeah.
And he says some things. Yeah.
Oh man. But anyway, I gotta watch this. That's fucking funny. Oh no. Anyway, so my working theory now is that at the end of season 2, there just weren't that many cheaters because no one wanted to play. Which makes sense because not that many. It was probably like an all-time low for Warzone player count toward the end of season 2. So I think the anti-cheat was probably down tremendously at the time, but no one knew it because no one really cared to cheat because they were cheating in other games. So that's probably what happened, and that's probably why I got baited.
Yeah, they got bored and they went to other games.
Yeah, and on that point, here's another tweet from Charles. Nade shot on Ricochet's anti-cheat, and then he quotes and attaches a video. This one has Nade shot in it, so I think this is going to be a relevant video on this tweet.
Yeah, it's not from the trailer. Well, we can find out.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, nah, nah, what's my name? Oh, nah, nah, I'm in pain. I'm in pain. They got the... Yo, if I see Team Ricochet put out one more fucking tweet patting themselves on the back about the amount of hackers they banned, I'm going to fucking lose it!
Based.
Yeah, no, we're good. How? Can you spend any time or resources telling people how many people you banned when the hacking has never been worse? It's only getting worse. There were less hackers before they tweeted about all the hackers that they banned. How, Sway?
I don't know what the hell
You
Sway
fucks! What are you tweeting about? Why are you telling us? Nobody cares.
Yeah, he's gone.
Is that for fucking shareholders? I don't know. I truly can't figure out the origins of...
And then, he just keeps crashing out. Extremely based, and... I mean, took the words out of my mouth. This is what we've been saying since Ricochet existed. Because rightfully, they will jerk themselves off in some stupid fucking blog post. Oh, we banned 70,000 accounts. Cool, man. That's like 5 people and their alts. And TTV Moon just killed me right before I started reading this blog post, and he's going to kill me right after I finish it. Also, in a separate game, who I've reported, by the way. So, the devs suck. Ricochet sucks. This is a extremely based take, and an obvious one, of course. Don't waste your time telling me about what you've done when I see cheaters every single game. Obviously. But why do they do it is a good question. I think probably because most people don't see that many cheaters, because most people are playing BR casual or pubs and not ranked. And if they are playing pubs, they are in shitter fuck SBMM, where cheaters are way out of that skill bracket. So they don't see them that much. So then they're like, oh, Ricochet is doing a good job, man. I haven't seen a cheater in fucking 3 weeks. And by the way, the people I think are cheating aren't actually cheating. They're just good players. So I actually have never seen a cheater. I fucking suck. Everyone I think is cheating is just a decent player. Not even that good. So maybe that's why. I don't really know. But I understand nothing about what the average COD player thinks. So it probably makes them super happy when Ricochet says, oh, we banned 70,000 accounts, as if it matters. Probably. But again, I don't know anything about what the average retard who plays Call of Duty thinks, because they also want lower time to kill. They want the HDR buffed, and they're happy with no indicator PAs, for example. And again, for example, there are hundreds of other examples of dumb shit they want, and I hate them. So yeah, it's not the devs' fault. Make more Ricochet blog posts.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but they're never gonna figure it out, obviously. It's just always like annoying to watching these clips, because it's like Nade Shot, Symphony, and whoever else they're playing with probably have $2,000 worth of skins that were purchased in the last 5 months.
Fucking base.
So it's like, just shut the fuck up. You guys buy every new bundle. Just shut up, man. If any of you actually gave a shit, you would stop giving them money, but you actually fucking don't. So yeah. True. Just stop giving them your money.
Also extremely true. Yeah. And I'll say it again. If you are happy with the game, then spend money on it if you want. If you're not, you can't bitch about it and buy skins. You can't do it.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. Don't do it, obviously. But yes, every streamer who says one thing out of one side of their mouth is fucking opening their wallet and buying them, and saying out of the other side of their mouth, oh, this skin is fucking awesome. Hey, fuck you, idiot. And tell your audience not to buy things either. Your considerable audiences. But whatever. They don't actually care. Right. That's the thing. They don't actually care. So. But anyway, this is obvious.
I mean, he's sitting there streaming, making $200,000 a month. He ultimately doesn't really care. Don't matter, man.
And you know what? Hey, I wouldn't either. So.
Oh no, fuck no. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, so what the motherfuck is this next thing?
We're
this
not
is a
watching
video titled
we're not.
Warzone has a sniping problem and it's different than you think. And we're not watching it, is what you said.
I mean,
did you
the videos
mean
are
to
too
link
long
it at a
and
timestamp?
No.
Okay, because you did, so I've got it.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a JGod video about sniping. I thought maybe it was interesting, but then it's hard to watch these videos or watch and listen to these on the pod because he kind of just rambles for 15 minutes. So it'll be like boring for 9 minutes, then super interesting for 2 minutes. And then the last 3 minutes won't matter. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's probably shit. So forget it.
I believe you. I believe that. So we'll see.
I watched like the first minute and he mentioned something about how people think or there should be more snipers meta. So that's when I turned it off. So that's probably what he's going to get at, is essentially saying, oh, snipers are only annoying because there's only one really good one. Okay. Got it. And he's asking for all of them to be buffed. So did you watch it, Lou? Should we not even waste our time?
So I had to go karate chop my dog. Anyway. It's proof JGod is a bot.
That's good, Biggie. That Teep doesn't buy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Teep, I believe that, by the way. I haven't watched him that much. I've watched him for a cumulative maybe 90 minutes. But everything I've seen in those 90 minutes tells me that he would be the type to actually not buy things and tell his viewers not to either, which is base as fuck. So, good for Teep. Great for Teep, some would say. But anyway, okay, yeah, I don't know. Sniper I don't know. Whatever. I mean, JGod doesn't play Warzone, so
he plays like casual mode for gameplay. It's just, I'm bored of talking about snipers. It's the only fucking interesting thing this season, besides any map, of course. So I'm which is about it.
Quote unquote new. Yeah, exactly.
Casual shitter fucks want the HDR to be really good. It's gonna be really good. Yep.
It is that simple. Although, I think the flinch nerf actually did something. I believe I've said this before. I don't know where, but after they had done that, I saw way fewer snipers.
Yeah, but you were playing ranked.
I was
That's
playing
what you had
ranked.
said, at least.
I was playing ranked. But I saw fewer snipers in ranked than I had seen last time in ranked. So I don't know if that would translate to Publix. That's a good question. But
no.
Yeah.
Hope that helps. No.
Okay. Got it.
They don't one shot in ranks, so yeah. There are definitely less people using them. Hope that helps.
Well, no, you just didn't hear me. That's fine.
No, I get what you said, but still, it's obviously not going to be that case in pubs. It has nothing to do with the flinch or anything in pubs. And nobody plays ranked. Hope that helps. So it's the same.
Idea. You have no idea.
Hope that helps.
If you got it, if you understood it, you would agree.
I understood what you're saying, but it's also just as ranked goes on, people are going to be like, yeah, actually, snipers aren't that good because they don't one shot at all. It's not anything to do with the flinch. They just stop using them after they get annoyed of not one tapping people. Hopes that helps.
Yeah, it does. It helps a lot. I mean, yeah, you're probably right. Because the problem with with the HDR is that
HDR.
I die to someone without seeing them. So having flinch just doesn't matter at all when I'm one-shotted. And so it probably doesn't matter. So yeah, it's probably just as bad. But I don't know. I haven't played pubs.
At least Warzone Mobile's good.
True. Captain Voicebeard, I do know how to say based. I don't even know what.
Doesn't know how
based
to
in a
use
sentence.
Based.
Use based in a sentence, moist
What did he
beard,
just
or
say
catch a
with the
10.
word based that you didn't like?
I said teep is based.
Standard fine usage.
Bog standard
makes
use
sense.
of that. Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, catch a 10 or use it in a sentence in a way that I'm not. Thanks. Anyway, whatever. Charles says, Activision says Call of Duty Warzone Mobile failed to met expectations on player retention. The game will no longer get any new updates or content. This decision was made after careful consideration, and while we're proud of the accomplishment in bringing Warzone to mobile in an authentic way, you're seeing it unfortunately has not met our expectations with mobile first players like it has with PC and console audiences. I'm gonna be honest, nothing has surprised me less than that. Because who the fuck would play Warzone on their cell phone?
Well, why was COD Mobile so popular then? I don't know if this is true, but the top comment on this from the tactical Brit, trigger warning, he's Brit, says almost like making a game exclusively for iPads on a mobile market dominated by Android was a horrific idea. So was Warzone Mobile actually like only for iPads or iPhones?
That is that's a good
I mean, if he's right,
question.
That's what that means. And I didn't realize mobile games were dominated by the Android market. Why would that be?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Doesn't that seem to not make sense to you?
It makes some sense because App Store is one brand. It's just Apple. Whereas Android is like Samsung, Google, fucking other brands. I'm an expert in all of them, but I'll stop there. Lots of brands. So I guess that makes sense. But everyone loves their iPhone, so I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not sorry I did that. But anyway, yeah, is it iPad exclusive? I don't know. I think if that's true, probably then true. If it's actually iPad only. I don't think it is, but if it were, that would not help Warzone Mobile. But also, the type of people that would be interested in playing Warzone Mobile would be interested in playing Warzone. And the type of people that are interested in playing Warzone aren't going to play it on their fucking cell phones. They're going to play it at home on their computer or fucking Xbox or whatever. Like who is this for is the question. And I don't know, actually. I would, but you're right. I would say the same thing about COD Mobile, like multiplayer mobile.
Yeah.
I don't understand that either.
Popular. So what's the, yeah. So I'm looking it up. It is available for Android. I do remember now though, hearing some things a long time ago where the performance was just unplayable unless you had like very specific newer phones. So maybe that's kind of what he's getting at, is that you need like the absolute newest phone or the best iPad on the market to run a shitty mobile game. But it's probably just somehow this didn't catch on in like fucking Asia or something. Isn't that where everybody plays mobile games? Asia? So COD Mobile just took off there and Warzone Mobile didn't for some reason. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe China banned it.
I also wonder if it's just because Warzone itself is now less popular than multiplayer. I don't even know if that's true, but I feel like it might be. So if true, then it would make sense. Warzone Mobile would be less popular for that reason, and others. I don't know. But regardless, it's fucking gone. So, see ya.
Yeah.
And then here is the statement from Call of Duty themselves on their Twitter account at Warzone Mobile. We deeply appreciate your dedication and passion for Warzone Mobile. Going forward, we'll be streamlining the scope of the game. It was made after careful consideration. We will no longer be delivering new seasonal content and gameplay updates to the mobile version. Effective immediately, players will no longer be able to purchase COD points or block sale using real currency in Warzone Mobile. So that implies to me that if you have COD points already, you can still spend them. Sunday the 18th, tomorrow, will be the last day the game can be downloaded Oh, wow. From the Google Play and Apple's App Store. Okay, so it wasn't exclusively iPad. I've got it. No one hates the British enough.
So Tactical Brit was wrong again.
Yeah, no one
usual.
hates the British just lying to Americans, to red-blooded patriots as usual. Yeah, the British love to do that. Benedict Arnold. And social features across both mobile platforms will be retired. Players who have the game installed before Monday will still have access to the game, with continued cross-progression of shared inventories. Okay. So, it's gone. See ya.
So it barely lasted a year. March of 2024.
Like, barely. Remember when all those streams were happening and we did not give a fuck? And we said this shit is ass?
I do think, to be fair, I think my opinion was that it'll be fairly popular because COD Mobile was so unsurprisingly popular to us. I'm like, people play mobile games, that I guess it was very, very popular. So my thought was, I mean, I'm never going to fucking play it. These streamers aren't going to continue playing it for any length of time, but I can see this being popular in other countries. I think that's what I thought at the time, but yeah, I guess it just didn't at all catch on. Just maybe too many issues, too many bugs. Everything just fallen apart since the Microsoft acquisition, huh? Microsoft killed Call of Duty, confirmed. Wow.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
You saw that coming. Took over, laid everybody off. Warzone's never been worse. 0 hit reg, dog shit game, buggy updates. Warzone
Cheaters.
Mobile shut down. Ted Timmons left, our savior. Cheaters. Yeah, Microsoft is fucking garbage, guys. Wow.
You think that's it, huh?
I think that's it.
I
think they want Halo to become popular again, so they bought Activision.
They're just killing it from the inside, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hostile takeover.
It's working.
I don't know what a hostile takeover actually is.
You don't know what based is either, you stupid fuck.
Business. Yeah, and I got the worst, most convoluted, retarded example that doesn't
that's not based. Based there makes far less sense than how you used it.
And that's correct.
Moist Beard,
that's
a 10.
And that's a 10. Yeah, he's been 10. That's so yeah,
so
and
we'll
I
see
hope
in
that
10
helps.
minutes.
Yep.
Moist Beard.
Hope that
Stupid
helps.
fuck.
Stupid fuck. So keep that in mind. But anyway, this is just not surprising at all. I don't know if the Microsoft thing, I don't know if you're joking or not, but I
am.
Okay, yeah. Some people have actually said, I'm pretty sure, I think we talked about it actually. It might have just been in our Discord though. But if anyone is saying to you, Microsoft was the herald of the fucking doom of Warzone, it wasn't. Like everything that has happened, I think is happening, regardless, whether Microsoft had bought Activision or not. Because like they didn't do anything unexpected. Like, they released a Warzone mobile app. Okay. They have a COD multiplayer app, so that makes sense. They made a new game. They relaunched Verdansk. Like, we literally knew all of this was coming. So like nothing, it wasn't like Microsoft was like, hey, we're removing multiplayer and it's gonna be Warzone, zombies, and like DMZ only. If that happened, then I could be like, holy shit, Microsoft's getting mixy. But it didn't. Everything is gone exactly the same as it always has. The servers fucking suck, but they always do when Treyarch's in charge. It's all just standard issue shit. Microsoft did nothing, and this was all to be expected in terms of like decisions they made. The outcomes, could you expect those? Depends. But in the case of Warzone Mobile, I think yes. By the way, you guys can go find the episodes when we talked about this. We said as much because it is obvious. No one cares. No one's going to play Warzone Mobile. Shit is ass. And yeah, it's gone. And it's gone. So, okay.
Yeah, that's a Sea of Warzone Mobile. Damn, I was going to play it, man. I was just getting ready to get into it too. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You just got that new phone for the express purpose of playing Warzone Mobile. Is that right?
Well, I guess I have until Monday to download it, right?
True.
Yeah. If anyone wants to run Warzone Mobile, hit me up. I'll give you my cell phone number. I guess that's how we add each other. I don't know. We'll figure it out, though.
Yeah.
Man.
We'll see the fuck out of that. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Don't care and didn't ask.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, this is super interesting, dude. Do you see this?
Yeah. Before we get, this is funny. Before we get into this, I also saw a tweet that I won't be pulling up because I don't think it matters that much. Microsoft has laid off, or is going to lay off, another 3% of its employees somewhere.
Oh, really? Did they say that?
Yeah. I believe Charlie Intel tweeted it. So, yeah. Get AI Seth Rogen in here. That's what I always say.
Did he? I gotta find this tweet because now I'm heavily invested in that. Yeah, I'm very excited for this.
You know what the next bundle should be, by the way? It should be Alec Baldwin, and his weapon blueprint is whatever he shot and killed that person with on set.
Uh-huh.
What gun was
revolver,
that?
I think.
Revolver? Yeah. Yeah.
It's a revolver.
A little 357.
Yeah, Charlie
Magnum.
didn't tweet about it, so you're just lying. Was it recently? Like a week ago? When was it?
It was within the last 13 days.
Okay, then yeah, I'm not looking for it anymore. Oh, there we go. Microsoft said it's laying off 3% of the company's workplace. Okay. We continue to implement organizational changes necessary to best position the company for success in a dynamic marketplace. Got it. Okay.
So, hopefully a lot of them are Activision employees. And then we have an article from Thomas Henderson, friend of the pod, insider-gaming.com. This is the only good and reliable leaker, by the way. It's Tom Henderson. And he owns this website. And he's written an article. He covers more than just Call of Duty, a lot more. And here's the title of the article, which was written today. Morale at Bungie is reportedly in free fall over Marathon.
Yeah.
And Bungie, for those of you who... No, I didn't. Is the dev studio that originally... Actually, I don't know if they're... They fucked everything up, but Bungie either developed or published Halo, the Halo series. And then like Destiny and Marathon are like, you know, spiritual successors, kind of. Probably Destiny more so than Marathon. But anyway, morale is in free fall. Here's what the article says. A new report has revealed what current employees, and there's a apostrophe there, and there shouldn't be, allegedly think of Bungie's current situation when it comes to Marathon. The new report comes from Paul Tassi at Forbes, whom we've also covered quite a bit. He's like the video game guy at Forbes.
No. Have we?
Yes. Idiot. Stupid fucking idiot.
I've never heard this name. You're thinking of Jason Schreier.
That's what I said. Jason Schreier.
I never once heard this guy's name.
That's correct.
Jason
Yeah.
Schreier. Super close. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
That's fine.
Okay. At Forbes. And comes following. Yeah, you're right. It is Jason Schreier. And comes following another brutal week for Bungie.
Brutal week.
After an artist named Anti-Real, change it, accused Bungie of plagiarizing her art for its upcoming game Marathon. Oh no. Okay, listen. If you're a big ass company, instead of plagiarizing art off of Etsy, just have AI do it. That's a way worse or not as bad scandal as fucking stealing. Don't do that, idiot. Just use AI if you want to cut corners. That's the based way. And that's for you, Captain Dick Fuck, or whatever your stupid fucking name is. And I did use it right. Yeah. Anyway, go. Okay, that was good. It was an accusation that Bungie soon admitted to with an extra O.
No.
And put the blame on a former employee. Oh no, with the studio saying that they had reached out to the artist to do right by them. I always don't know what to believe in those situations where it's like, did the employee do it without his boss's knowledge? I don't know.
I mean, probably, honestly.
Maybe.
The bosses don't pay attention to any of that
Yeah, you're probably right. But unfortunately, Bungie's response didn't do too much in the way of changing the communities, and now we need an apostrophe and don't have one. You need to hire a writer, Thomas. You gotta get a writer.
Did he write this one himself? Yeah, he did.
That's what it says, yeah. Just, I love you, Tom, but just a fucking disaster. You know what I mean? just a fucking mess. It's fine. The community sentiment, as people, comment splice, are now questioning Marathon's entire art direction and slating the company for repeatedly ripping assets from artists. Okay. And slating is not at all the word there. Now I'm getting bothered. I was fucking around. That one bugs me.
Okay.
This is allegedly the 4th time Bungie has done this in 5 years, he says. According to the new report, employee morale at Bungie is currently in freefall, and the vibes have never been worse, it was said. Wow. And the comma's in the wrong spot. Everyone has the same concerns about what happens to Bungie as a studio if Marathon bombs, which is something they absolutely cannot afford. So, take a quick pause here. What the fuck is Marathon? Is what I want to know.
What the fuck is a Marathon? You ever seen gameplay of it? It looks like one of the worst games you could ever imagine.
Is it the third-person shooter one?
No. It might be third person. I don't think so. Look at some gameplay real quick.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's go to YouTube. Let's type in Marathon gameplay.
Okay. Yeah, let's get
click
a little
on the Jack
let's get a
Frags
lay of the
video.
land. That's what I always say.
Let's click on the Jack Frag video from a month ago.
Okay. Yep.
Let's
Marathon gameplay.
Let's skip to let's skip to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, it looks fucking terrible.
Meta squad's forming pretty quickly.
Yeah, so and I'm going to mute this just to show the gameplay here. So it's first person actually. And it genuinely looks off. It's going for its own thing actually. It looks kind of like I actually kind of like the art style, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the art style at all, but it's all personal. Yeah, I fucking despise it, to be clear.
It's a choice, yeah. Lots of neon colors. It's like sort of... I'm not artistic enough to describe this.
Extraction shooter? I didn't know that. Lou says Halo-type FPS extraction shooter Team 4. Oh. That's the thing. Just shut it down, because it's going to be DOA. Yeah.
Yeah, is that what they're saying?
How do you develop a game that looks like this and you think it's going to do well? Well, I guess Valorant did well, actually. Yeah. And it looks like this, but actually better.
I actually think it looks really good. It visually, like aesthetically, I think it looks cool. Is the gameplay good? I mean, yeah, probably not. I also don't feel like Halo players, well, I feel like Halo needed to make a BR or whatever, Bungie 343. I think they needed to make a BR, not an extraction shooter. Because I feel like Halo players would fucking love a BR, like a Halo BR. That would be cool.
Maybe.
For them.
Yeah.
Because they're already used to, like when you play like the arena shooter that is Halo, you don't pick your, well, I guess it depends on the Halo game, but usually you don't pick your like loadout. There is no loadout. Everyone spawns in with the assault rifle and like the pistol. That's it. And if you want guns, you got to go to the spawns and like pick them up. They kind of changed that around as the later games went on, but that's like Warzone. That is Warzone. You come in with a pistol, you got to go loot shit. Then you can buy a loadout. But Halo players, I feel like that was ripe for a BR. And I remember saying this multiple times years ago. Has that ship fucking sailed? Yeah, probably. But certainly not an extraction shooter. We didn't need that. I thought we needed an extraction shooter that was good. And I still kind of think that. But Tanner might be right. It might be a shit-ass, buns-ass genre, honestly.
It is. It's bad. It's only Tarkov that's good. Or it was good. It's not now, but... Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, this is
They've
fucking
just always
failing,
been bad
I guess.
so far. Yeah,
there hasn't been a single even remotely good one besides Tarkov, which has fleeting moments of fun. And a huge emphasis on fleeting. But anyway, moving on from that. As for what this all means for the future of Marathon, is unclear, but according to the report, there's currently no plan to delay the game from its September release date. Or at the very least, this has not yet been conveyed to devs, although it could be being discussed higher up. The report does outline that some changes were already made to the Bungie marketing plan, though, with Bungie pulling the plug earlier this month on a new trailer that was slated to be revealed in June. The writing on the wall seems to suggest that at the very least, the game needs a substantial delay to give Bungie the time it needs to take things back to the drawing board. Marathon was already going to struggle, but after this controversy, it's impossible to see how it will turn around. But whether or not Bungie and Sony can see the disaster is the question. So I guess Bungie is the developer then, and Sony's the publisher. That would be my guess.
Yeah, I guess. So I'm kind of scrolling through the Forbes article because there is probably more info there.
Bungie was an Xbox exclusive, which is Microsoft, Sony's arch nemesis. That's weird. That's odd.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know who any of these people are. What games did Bungie make?
Halo. That's pretty much it. What I don't understand from this article is like, okay, there was the scandal about stealing someone's art. Fine. But what else is wrong with the game? Like, why is morale in a free fall? Because if the game was good and fun, no one would give a fuck that they stole Shark Girl's fucking color palette. They wouldn't care. They'd still buy it and play it easily. Like, obviously. So if that alone supposedly caused this game to like tank, hey, it was gonna fucking tank anyway. Because that is not a crazy scandal that's gonna ruin your game if it's fun and good. So I don't understand. Nothing in this article says like, oh, the game also fucking sucks or whatever. Like, what's going on?
I think that article was kind of like a follow-up to another one because that did not give much info, it seems. That's not like anything I've seen in tweets. So I'm going through this Forbes article real quick. I've spoken to some current and former employees about Bungie's excuse for the art theft, studio morale, and the possibility of delay and some very real changes when it comes to the upcoming presentation of the game. Here's what I've learned. The public explanation for the art theft, one ex-employee taking things in 2020, is the same one being given internally at Bungie among the rank and file. Sony and Bungie legal are now sorting through this, and there is unlikely to be any much new information. Okay. As all this continues to unfold, it's not clear how long an audit will take of the assets to remove or find any more plagiarism. See, I think that's more what it is. Yeah, it's for them. They're kind of just fucked because they'll get sued like crazy if they don't fix all this.
Okay.
I guess that's what it comes down to.
So they're going to be like forced to delay it because they have
it's
more
an
work to do.
expansive process to have Bungie not even show any footage in its recent live stream. Morale's in free fall. There are not even hints or jokes about a delay from the September release date internally. With that said, it's entirely possible, if not likely.
They probably should delay it.
Happening with the higher ups.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense then. So they won't be able to adhere to their timetable.
And so since then, I guess this has changed. At the start of this month, Bungie pulled the plug on its main marathon marketing plan, which was going to have a new trailer in June along with the launch of pre-orders. This whole campaign needs to be reworked now. Oh, wow, yeah. A heavily marketed public beta in August may be changed to a roadmap of public playtests with no actual details set yet. Marathon was originally pitched by higher-up, good old boy Bungie leadership, but as far back as 5 years ago, devs were telling them that would and wouldn't work. What would and wouldn't work, and were often ignored. Many have said previously that it needed to have some sort of PvE component. Wait, so is it just you versus other real players and there's no AI?
I don't know. That's interesting.
That would be a first for an extraction shooter, right? Has any extraction shooter been like that?
No, not that I can think of. Delta Force has AI. Tarkov, obviously. DMZ had AI.
DMZ.
ABI.
Gray Zone, if you consider something like that.
Gray Zone. Yeah.
So anyways, they're losing their minds over this, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
This has been there's been a lot of shit on Twitter about this. So
yeah.
I guess it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. This is the game that added aim assist to keyboard and mouse.
So it should die.
That is the game we were talking about. Okay. Yeah. Which looks, I mean, just awful. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, other than that, what are these tweets here?
Oh, I don't know.
Is this about the marathon thing?
No. This is some Sledgehammer creative director, Greg Reisdorf, who worked there forever. He's been like manic lately or something and tweeting a bunch of weird things.
He's a game
But
dev,
he's been
so
tweeting
has
a lot
mental
about
illness,
game development and a lot about COD in general. So I don't know. Some of the things were kind of interesting just to hear somebody say out loud. So like one of his tweets, in my experience, the first 2 years of 3-year development were wasted consistently. So when everyone's like, oh, like this COD had 3 years or this COD had an extra year of development, he's basically saying the first years are a complete waste.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens. It's just all trying to figure things out. Like he says in this other tweet, somebody comment on that and they say, I feel like ideas are just thrown around and then for the last year, the team actually locks in to make stuff. And he says, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
So yeah, kind of interesting to see like a former creator. Like this would essentially be like Ted Timmons tweeting something like this, saying that like, oh yeah, most of our time was just completely fucking wasted.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to see a lead developer actually say this out loud.
That is interesting, but is it at all surprising?
No, not at all.
In fact, it makes so much sense. Because do you guys remember the integration? Do you remember all of season 1 and 2, every second of it? Because I do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it looked and felt like a rushed piece of dog shit game that didn't get 3 years fucking at all, which is exactly what it was, turns out. Yeah. Who would have thought? Me. I mean, it's not surprising. It makes perfect sense. And yeah, I think that is kind of the problem. We talked about this before too, with having too many cooks in the kitchen. It's just like such a big company and such a big project that to actually like make a decision and do something, you have to send an email to like 8 people. And then they all have to send an email to another 10. And then they all have to get approval at the same time, roughly. Otherwise, they like, I don't know, it gets lost in the mail or something. But it's like, the ship is so big that it's very hard to steer, is what it seems like to me. So yeah, they're like, oh yeah, maybe we should do that. Okay, thanks, Bob. Talk to you next week. And then they, you know, do desk crawls for the rest of the work week that week. That's it. Got it. Yeah, not surprising.
Yeah. So he was tweeting a bunch of other things, like basically saying AAA game studios will be dead in a few years. Blah, blah. A lot of stuff about money, the amount they charge for games. That's a bunch of weird shit. But anyways.
Yeah, mentally ill game dev.
There we go. So most COD devs are just wasting time. Yeah, classic.
And are mentally ill, yeah. Yeah, we better hope there's no explosion at the Pfizer plant, because if they all get off their Prozac, it is going to be real mixy on Twitter in the game dev world.
Yeah. Do we add game devs to the list of people in the United States who should not be able to purchase firearms along with felons?
Well,
I think we do.
My thought process is...
Okay, I think I know where this is going. And be careful.
It's a great way, if you can purchase firearms, as is your God-given right in the great United States of America, imagine being from any other country, yikes. It's a great way to fucking kill yourself, which is what I want game devs to do. So I think we should allow them to purchase weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And use them on themselves. And maybe their office.
Okay, well, yeah. God,
and that's a joke, by the way. I'm just joking, guys. Just a joke. Just a joke.
Obviously.
Yeah. Of course. And I mean...
But yeah, they're all mentally ill. Seriously.
They're genuinely all mentally ill. Yeah, there's something wrong with all of them. I was also, by the way, speaking of mentally ill game developers, I was trying to find the shirt that Nikita wore.
Oh, yeah.
During the fucking live stream. That was like $980 and it was the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen. I couldn't find it though. I actually tried for like 7 minutes. I was like, Nikita orange ugly ass shirt. I typed that in Twitter. Didn't come up. I asked Grok. It couldn't figure it out. If someone can link me one of the tweets, because a bunch of people tweeted at him too. And we're like, is this, I think Trey maybe I should look there. But I think Trey tweeted at him or quote tweeted him and was like, dude, there's no way you're complaining about whatever, not having enough employees and you're wearing an ugly $980 shirt. I would love to find that.
Yeah,
but yeah, just another mentally ill game dev. Yeah. Because it transcends borders. If you develop video games, there's something wrong with you deeply. Deeply and profoundly.
Really is.
Yeah. And you have no redeeming qualities. And I don't like you. Yeah. Shit people. Yeah. There's never been a cool game dev. Like, they're all fucking weird. All of them.
Found it.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, you found it?
It was a.
Give me a link.
Yes, I will link you the tweet so you have it for your record.
I would love that for my records. Yes.
There you go.
I'll file this.
That's a nice shirt though, dude.
Wait,
I would buy that from Kohl's for like $15. Yeah.
Where'd you put it?
Internal.
Oh, okay. Did you say
my
for
second shirt.
$15?
I would buy for like $15 from like that's the shirt I buy before I go to Hawaii, and I look for really cringy, like embarrassing Hawaiian shirts to wear. And like Sierra and I know they're like dumb looking and they're like funny. And it's something like a 65-year-old white man would wear seriously. They're oversized, like the arms on them go like to my wrist, basically. They look like shit. They're all baggy. But they're like literally $10-15 on Amazon, so I'll buy a couple of them. Yeah. This is a shirt I would buy. It's great looking, yeah. Not for $1,000, of course. But
not for $1,060, actually. Just the 60 is way too much, and then another 1,000.
Entirely too much.
Just insane.
He's also paying with rupees, so what's that costing, you know?
True, yeah. Little wire fee, yeah. Good point. Yeah, how many rubles is that? That's a good question. That would actually be tens of thousands of rubles, if the Tarkov economy is correct. Because like an MDR is like $700 in that game or something, USD, and it's a lot more than that in rubles.
So $1,000 t-shirt, yeah.
And here's a quote from the live stream where he was wearing this, by the way. We don't have enough resources to fix our game as fast as AAA companies. Okay. And to be fair, like, that's fine. But he was bitching about other things, too. There are way worse quotes than that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, yeah, an employee's obviously costs more than $1,000. But still, like, he also has, like, a Lamborghini. It's like, okay, well, that's an employee for a year, actually.
He's probably got, like, a built... I found a pretty close equivalent. This is as close as you're going to get. Yeah, this is just as close as one can get. Why don't you pull this up?
Okay.
That link is a million things long, a million letters long. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of letters.
$19.99, man. It's close enough, right? Just buy that. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, this is close enough. And yeah, see? $7 to $25. Dude, this is actually...
It's pretty close.
Pretty fucking close, dude. I just spit all over my...
Did you?
Yeah. Okay, well, I can't. I forgot.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
maybe
yeah, this is pretty fucking close. Yeah. You could
buy this shirt.
You certainly fucking could, yeah. So, anyway. Fuck me. Hold on.
Yeah, I just so badly would love to know why game devs are all odd creatures.
Yeah, they're weird fucking people. Really shit weird people. So. Yeah, run them down, string them up. That's what I always say. So, anyway. Be praised! BP raised with the gift... I don't know. Let's change it. With the gifted sub to Wappy Triple Fancy. Okay. Those are two interesting names. Be praised. Thank you very much. King! for the gifted sub on Twitch. One person likes us. That's cool. And only one, it turns out. So keep that in mind. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So if you really wanted a ranked episode, sorry. We may or may not do one in the future. Obviously, I want to play it more before we do that, and I just didn't play it all this week. One of the two people I usually play with has been Shadowman. So then all it all fell apart. So like no one's been playing anyway. Let me be clear, even if they were playing, I probably wouldn't have this week either, regardless. Because the game's just fucking boring right now to me, honestly. I'm waiting for one of these like map changes that is new and is not a rehashing of map changes we saw 5 years ago. Because train station opening was cool, and I'm not joking, for one day. And then I was like, okay, I've got it. And they did it well, like it's fine. They opened it, I can see and hear and there, it's good. It's all good. But don't care that much, turns out. Because, yeah, it's like, this is how I thought it was going to be on day one, in fact. So, I mean, this is not that amazing or novel. So just keep that inside of your minds. But anyway, we will be back next week. I think a normal schedule for those of you who are patrons. We'll have a bonus set for you next week as well, surely. And then we may or may not be doing the hangout. So that's it. Also, if you did become a new patron, we will thank you and give you your adulation on our next step on Thursday. So we will not forget about you. I'll dig back in the archives. So Biggie! The $4.99 super chat says based in all caps. Hey, you know what's based? Giving us money, which Biggie has done. And I've used it correctly again, as we always do. Because it's not a hard thing to say, right? Anyway, except unless if you're Captain Moistbeard. So keep that inside your minds. Thank you, Biggie. Very much appreciate it. Captain, just fucking around. Don't take it so seriously, because I see you getting really mad. Don't get really mad. Relax. Biggie, thank you again. Be praised, thank you as well, boys. And that's fucking it. Activision devs don't deserve human rights.
They're mentally ill.